he's going to be trying to get a raid on here. One Vil goes down. Is he going to get another one? Yes, he is. Let's see what they do. Oh, what an overkill there. That poor musket. Are we going to see a clash here? Does Alvaro see it? Who's seen this first? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the third game here between Aykin and Alvaro on the Hidden Cup tournament. This is the first qualifier stage, and I've got to say we've had some great games. We've only been able to cast one of them. The first game, unfortunately, there was an out-of-sync error, but at the moment we are 1-1, so it's always juicy to see that. We always like a close matchup. So on the bottom left part of the map, we have Aykin playing as Russia, the Russians here, and on the top right part of the map we have Alvaro playing as the Portuguese in the pink. So as I mentioned at the start, you know, there's a bit of a disparity at the moment between the kind of overall level of the civs at the moment and how they stack up in tier lists. So at the moment, Portugal definitely on the top part of that list and Russia at the bottom part of the list. Obviously, we don't want a huge argument in chat around what that. I think we can all agree that that's the consensus right now. So Aykin has a little bit of a disadvantage, I would say, but it all comes down to skill, experience with the civilization, of course, as we all know. So I'm very interested to see how Aykin plays this because I've been practicing Russia a little bit myself. So once again, I feel like I play a lot of civs that Aykin plays. You know, he plays Brits, he plays India, he plays Russia, and those kind of civs are the ones that I'm playing at the moment. So kind of strange how that sort of matches up there. But let's see how this game goes. And yeah, make sure to let me know in the comments or the chat, sorry, what you think the prediction is, your prediction. Who you think is going to win this game. Okay, so we do see interesting start already. We do have the ATP coming in for Russia. I don't normally see that. It's the Tawny ATP here. This is Aykin's deck right here, ladies and gents. So you can see that he's basically switched out a card here for the ATP. I don't normally see that. And we do see a lot of resource crates in here, of course, quite crucial for Russia. Sometimes the food can be very helpful as well, and a handful of unit shipments. And everything in Age 3 seems relatively standard, nothing too crazy. There is this one, though. I actually haven't seen this one. The Piotr's Toy Soldiers. Increases musketeer attack and HP and enables them to construct forts. Wow. Okay. That's quite a decent card, actually. Never really seen that one before. That's definitely a new card. And let's have a look at Alvaro here. So Alvaro going for the ATP as well. Hang on a minute. We have an ATP standoff, ladies and gents. So Alvaro here, let's have a look at Alvaro's deck very, very quickly. He does have the ATP, and he does have a few of the newer cards. He's got the 3 organ guns for 200 coin, and he's got the Constable here, which increases hand attack for various military units. So, wow. Fantastic to see. Double ATP here. So it's going to be a fight for the TPs. Let's just put the view of Aykin on here. He's going to be trying to grab the lizard here. And he's going to be grabbing himself a little lizard as well that he can use to scout around the map. And it looks like he's just opened up for the house. Normally, if you do have the gold available or the wood available from treasures, you can pop yourself down a market. But instead, he's opted for the early TP and house here. But look at that. Aging up at 3 minutes 20. A little bit delayed because of the TP. It takes a bit more time to chop that wood to build it. And he's actually noticed that Alvaro, one step ahead already, aging up way ahead and managing to secure these TPs. And really going to make sure that he secures them. And Aykin here going to struggle a little bit because 4 TPs have been claimed by Alvaro here. So not ideal. Not a good start for Aykin here. And he is going to be aging up with the Quartermaster. And the covered wagon coming in here. Aykin here, only halfway on the age up right now. Going to be aging up with the Quartermaster. And pretty much all Vils over to wood. And is he going to be going for the Ford Blockhouse? I'm very interested to see if he's going to continue with it. Of course he is. Yeah, he's going to really want to try and put some pressure on the TPs that Alvaro has pretty much tried to secure. And Alvaro doing the same with the TC. He's going to be putting that out in a forward position along with a stable as well. Okay, interesting to see. 700 coin now coming in. There's a first card here. So I don't know. I think we might be seeing some kind of semi-FF play here. We do see the stable going down, so it's no kind of sort of naked FF that a lot of players are doing at the moment with the Portuguese. And we do now see the stagecoach coming in now. And immediately going for 5 Cossacks. So quite standard opening apart from the TP start for Aykin here. And he's making sure to get his settler queued in first before getting a military unit. Some people like to get a batch of musks out straight away and sacrifice a bit of Vil time, but we're not seeing that with Aykin here. He's going straight for the settlers. If you have a look here at Aykin's vision, he's getting a market down now, going to be grabbing himself most likely hunting dogs. Yeah, legacy means no OP shipments. Yeah, indeed. So we don't see the Fetorius card has been banned from this tournament, and I think certain other things as well. But I can't confirm or deny what they are. But there are a couple of other tweaks as well that's happened. So Alvaro here now going for 700 food straight off the back of 700 coin and wood. So really getting in the resources here. And Aykin here going to try and see what he can do with his Cossacks, trying to delay some eco here. And I'm not too sure what Alvaro's plan is. He's really stacked up a lot of food here, so I imagine he's going to be pumping out a few more cav. It's one of the best things against Russia is to really, really focus on cav because, you know, Russian musketeers, also known as Ruskits, do actually struggle a bit with just generic cav. You know, musketeers in hand attack are supposed to sort of counter heavy cav, but Russia do struggle with it. So if you primarily focus on cav a lot, you'll do quite well against Russia. So second blockhouse now coming down for Aykin here, and he's going to be getting another 4 Cossacks. So still focusing on cavalry here. He's not going for 700 wood just yet. And I imagine that might be his second card, so he can maybe try and rebuild some or try and claim some TPs here. So he's going to try and see what he can do with his musketeers doing some sieging. Further Cossacks have now come out and another batch of musketeers on the way. So he really needs to put some pressure on those TPs because now we have the stagecoach line, so it's the incentive is there to get these TPs down. And he's actually going to be able to get a snare on these 3 hussars. Really, really nice here. And looks like Alvaro is actually going to be losing definitely 2 of them, and 1 manages to get away. And Alvaro here now switching out all of his TPs to wood, and 8 crossbowmen now on the way. So definitely an Age 2 kind of play here. This is what we like to see. Don't always like to see the generic sort of fast fortress or semi-fast fortress. We are seeing some solid Age 2 play here, and it's all going to be centered around this TP line. Aykin managing to take the first TP down. That's most likely going to be claimed by him. He has got 700 wood on the way. That's exactly what that's going to be for. And he's actually managing to get Great Co. A really good idea to get that, especially when there's a lot of cav on the field. Don't want to be getting raided at all. And his herding is a little bit spread out here, so it's probably a good idea to get that Great Coat. And yeah, looking like going to be able to siege this down. Are we seeing any kind of... No, we're not seeing any kind of age up here from Alvaro at all. He is going to try and see what he can do to counter-attack here, because he really wants to hold the TP. He could be a little bit, you know, focused around getting to H3, but then if he did that, he would lose his TP line, and then he would be at quite a disadvantage from an economic standpoint. So he's going to be staying in H2. He's going to be pressurizing the first blockhouse that came down here, and he's going to be trying to get a raid on here. 1 Vil goes down. Is he going to get another one? Yes, he is. And unfortunately, the Musketeers are a little bit too late there. 2 Vils going down. Very, very nice. And it looks like also a blockhouse is going to be going down as well. Kind of a scary position here. We see 600 wood on the way, and pretty much TPs on wood at the moment as well. All Vils on food. Look at that. Now Aykin here has just got his 700 wood in, and he's got another card on the way. It's going to be the 13 Strelets here. So are we going to see Strelet Cossack combination here? Potentially. We do have a nice 3-unit composition. We've got crossbow, we've got pike, we've got hussar. I think Aykin needs to do a really good job at trying to raid as much as he can, because Alvaro is trying to spread out and take as much of the map as possible. So we just got to see how that all works out. He is managing to get another TP down, so we're 2 for 2 on the TPs. And there it is. That's an unfortunate pop right on the Hussar, but is Alvaro going to spot it? He's not. He's going to be able to just scurry those away, and hopefully the Musketeers are going to be able to defend here. And a decent kind of massive. Look at the score, ladies and gents. Pretty much even now. Not a good position for Alvaro to be in. Ideally, you always want to be ahead of Russia, because Russia tends to underscore quite a lot. So, yeah. And we do now see the TP being reclaimed here by Alvaro. So it looks like it's going to be, at the moment, 3-2, but he is going to be able to nab the Vil. And that could be one there for Aykin. And he's going to be securing that nicely. And 700 coin on the way for him now. Looks like it's Cossack Musk production here. Alvaro, once again, still staying H2. He's finally getting in his hunting dogs. Quite a late hunting dogs and placer mines coming in. And the Hussars are trying to catch the Cossacks here, but unfortunately not being able to. They're managing to get away. Yeah, this is a tricky spot to be in, to be honest, because we are going to be seeing, hopefully, I don't know, are we going to get it up? We are. Fantastic. So we've got 3 TPs for Aykin against 2 for Alvaro, and Aykin looking in a pretty good position here. He's got his TPs on wood, and he is all set for further Cossacks coming in. He's continuing to train them, doing a great job. The crossbowmen here going to try and get out. Don't want to get snared. That'll be the worst thing. There's not actually many pike that Alvaro has here to deal with this level of Cossacks. And remember, Cossacks have a higher sort of hand attack. Oh, no, they don't. Interesting. I thought they did. They have a higher range resist, but lower HP. Okay. I thought Cossack... Maybe I'm thinking of the Uhlans. Uhlans have generally a higher hand attack than standard Hussars. But regardless, the mass is starting to build. The quantity of the Russian army is starting to build, and that's what is always a promising thing to see. Another blockhouse going to be going on the left side. And at this point, you kind of just want to build the blockhouses to secure hunts. It's kind of what you want to kind of do as Russia when you really start spreading out on the map. It's really crucial to do that. We do see a batch of Strelets coming in, and I think that was definitely one Vil. Yeah, one Vil going down there, getting deleted there by the Cossacks. And Alvaro now, yep, is thinking about aging. I was thinking, is he doing it? We do see a little bit of a defensive play now. Not too much pushing out. And Aykin is going to be sieging another TP. And the age up is now in. And there is no card available for Alvaro right now. I'm sure there'll be some unit upgrades on the way very shortly. And if we have a look back at Aykin, he's going for the boys card. It's recently been nerfed, unfortunately. It was 20% down to 10. Absolutely insane nerf. Not too sure I agree with that. Let's not get into it, but just something to bear in mind. The boy is not as strong as it was, so maybe something that you want to get a lot later on in the game. And it looks like Aykin is now going to be losing the TP. So many TPs going down, being put up, going down, being put up. So it is a real fight here for the TP line. It's so crucial. And Alvaro here is getting his unit upgrade. He's getting vet Hussars in. That's the best thing, I think, is to focus on the Hussars here. Because, you know, Aykin is not ready yet to go to age 3. Nowhere near. And that means no Cav Archers right now. Oh, it's 15%. Apologies. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was 20. Sorry, 15%. And look at this huge massive Cossacks here. Aykin needs to do something soon because he doesn't want to leave it too long for Alvaro to get a card out. We do actually see the first one. It is going to be the deadly organ guns are going to be coming out, and that would absolutely delete these Ruskets and Strelets if it's well defended. So, but we do have a considerable amount of Cossacks. So many. So many. We've got 26 Cossacks here. And there really isn't a lot of pike here. And that's what I'm worried about for Alvaro. Not a lot of units to deal with this level of Cossacks, but I imagine he's going to try and just plow them into the vet Hussars and see what happens. And Alvaro here, where are the organ guns going to pop out? I'm assuming they're just going to pop out right here. He's got to be really careful. He doesn't want to lose them. There is more sieging here, so always thinking about rebuilding some houses at the back here. Further ruskets coming in. And what are these guns going to be able to do, ladies and gents? They're getting ready. Let's see what they do. Oh, what an overkill there. That poor musket getting taken out, but he's got to be very, very careful. Because these organ guns have the lock-on ability now, which has now been changed. So the minute their animation starts, there's no way you can avoid it. You can't run away from it. And that's exactly, we just saw that in action right there. And he needs to be careful, really careful with his infantry here. Really, really careful. Score is, surprisingly even here. Russia now taking ahead here in score. Some people saying this is so over. I don't know in what way you think this is over. Whether you think Alvaro has it or Aykin has it. I got to say, like, I don't know. I think Aykin's doing a pretty darn good job right now. He's got huge, massive units. I think he just needs to get into Age 3, and there we go. We do see it. He has got it queued up behind these three settlers here, but the exiled prince is going to be on the way. And he's actually going for the church as well. I'm not too sure what the church does for Russia. I haven't really explored it that much, to be honest with you. I'm not too sure what he's thinking. Maybe you guys can let me know in chat. Would you see the exiled prince coming in? And yeah, he's going to be really focusing on upgrading his Cossacks, most definitely, yeah. Just so many units. It's just insane. 35. 155 pop. Alvaro at 133. Alvaro here now going for the Constable card. We're seeing one of the newer cards in action. That's going to increase HP and damage for the Hussars and Pikemen or Halberdiers. And we do see some Halberdiers on the field here as well. 10 Halberdiers. And this is going to be very, very nice for the cavalry, definitely. So this might be a tricky one for Aykin to deal with, because that is a lot of HP and damage. And when you have so many cav units, it's going to be tricky. So I don't know if we're going to see maybe some cav archers coming from Aykin here, or whether or not he's just going to focus on the composition that he's going right now. And once again, this poor TP is going to be sieged. The amount of times this has been sieged. And one going down there. We do have a batch of pikemen dealing with the TP at the top. So plenty of siege damage that Alvaro has here. And we do now see unit upgrades. We've got Vet Cossack, we've got Vet Strelitz, and we've got Vet Musk. So all out, triple upgrades coming in. This is how we do it. And now, are we going to see a clash here? Does Alvaro see it? Who's seeing this first? I don't know where the Aykin is, but no one was really looking there, I don't think. I mean, that's absolutely insane. Really catching off guard. Cossacks are going to be able to hold down the Hussars nice and easy, and they're going to be using the Musketeers and the Strelitz to basically just dispatch the pikemen. And one absolute catch. I don't know if that was a catch or if that was just, they just collided there. What on earth? And the organ guns are going to try and do what they do, but there is the GG. What an interesting final engagement there. What on earth? What? The collision. What was that about, ladies and gents? Yeah, just a complete accident. They just collided. Absolutely insane. Harrison, hey dear, my friend. Welcome. It is the Widgemeister. It's great that we've got a moderator in chat. I think we definitely need a moderator here, so just keep an eye out, Harrison. I know you're very good with the moderation. But yeah, I mean, that was absolutely insane. What a weird game there. Just colliding. I don't think either of them knew that was going to be happening, and luckily Aykin came out on top there, managing to use the Cossacks to basically just zone off the Hussars while he uses infantry to whittle down any sort of pikemen, halberdiers, and doing a fantastic job. But look at the upgrades on the Hussars with the Constable card as well. Look at that, 432 with 40 attack. That is pretty wild.